Hello, everybody. I'm about to do a mindful minute, and it's September 17th from the book of Awakening. Thank you for being here. I know you could be in many other places, but you are here, so thank you. I will read the reading, and then we'll talk a little bit about what it means to me. And maybe you, who knows? Okay, September 17th. It's called The Lazy Susan Self. The God in us is not a half presence. There is no screening who we are. For years, I lived this way, turning the side of me to others that they could understand, spinning the aspects of my true self like a lazy Susan, offering only what others wanted or needed or felt most comfortable with. I became very good at this. Could spin in a crowd of loved ones, accommodating many needs at once. I came to believe that I was being selfless, an agile listener, reliable and giving. This is fun. I thought I had found a way to be both who I am and considerate. What I didn't realize was that more and more of who I truly am was being hidden, and that showing only the part of me that others found acceptable was not being true to myself. Over time, I became a spy with my deepest feelings and beliefs. The cost eventually was a subtle but ever present spiritual suffocation. No one asked me to do this. Certainly, I have had wounds in my history that conditioned me to hide myself at times, but it was my own misconception of how to negotiate the world that made an art form of changing faces, even though all the faces unto themselves were true. Fear of conflict, fear of rejection, fear of not being loved, fear of showing what I believed no one else could possibly understand, a lack of trust and faith that the flower inside me could survive the elements out here. All this stayed unaddressed for years while I spun my lazy mark self. As we live, the line between privacy and hiddenness is very thin and deep. I have learned painfully and thoroughly that each of us is an entire symphony, and though there are times when all of us will not be heard, dis-ease begins the moment all of us is not played. Sit quietly. These are the meditation activities. Sit quietly and meditate on one aspect of who you are that you turn away from others. It might be your gentleness or your silliness or your sense of doubt or your sense of dream. Breathe slowly and ask yourself what it is you fear might happen if you let this part of you be seen. Breathe deeply and lower yourself into the center of your heart, into the place where this precious aspect lives. Breathe freely now in the safety of this moment. Be still and try to breathe this precious part of you out into the room. Note how it feels to have such a precious part of you move through you, from your heart into the air. In this reading, so reminds me of the quote that Wayne Dyer used to say, and it's "Don't die with your music still in you," in this symphony of who we are, and that there is no one quite like us, and we don't have to hide ourselves. And I don't know why it takes so long for us to understand that, and I wonder if we ever really do understand that. I wonder if we ever do show this beautiful symphony that we have inside ourselves. I try to more and more. I've discovered that being more of who I really am is much, first of all, much easier than hiding. And in actuality, it provides me to develop more genuine relationships and an ability to discover this beauty inside of me that each and every one of us has. But when we don't look at it and we just give people what we think they want, and we may be wrong. Most of the time, I think we are, at least I am. So discovering this realness and letting the truth of me out has been a journey, and it continues to be a journey. And I'm grateful for these readings, that they allow me to jostle my brain and meditate on that and practice that within the quiet of my own being. And I encourage you to do the same. And right along the lines of this exact reading, it just reminds me so much of the 4 agreements. And I am doing another round of the 4 agreements workshops. I do 4 weeks, and it's an agreement every week, and it's on Zoom. And we will be doing, starting in, I believe we will be starting in mid-October, right in time for the holidays, to get you right strong and prepared for the holidays, for that Thanksgiving dinner, so that you can show up as yourself and practice this work, because this work makes life so much easier and so much more livable. I can tell you that applying the 4 agreements to my life has changed me. And between this book and that book and the many other things that I intake and learn and work with others and learning how others do it, and helping others along the way, and coaching and in these courses, it's quite a beautiful, it's a much easier and much, it's like I could breathe. It's like I could breathe again. And I hope that you find that. So I will have more information about my workshops. They will be 4 weeks. You don't have to take each of them. I highly recommend you do take them all. And if you do take them all, you can sign up for them together at a lower cost, and they will be taped, so you don't need to be present to attend. And if you've taken it before, you can take it again for free. The more people that are in this class, the better. We learn off of each other's perception of the material. So I really hope you have a beautiful and blessed day and weekend. And I will be back again soon with another Mindful Minute. So thanks for showing up and being here and being a part of. Oh, and check out my podcast, Telling on Ourselves too. That one, it's a good episode this week. Be well, be safe, be kind to yourself and to others. Namaste.